Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Motocar family, an extremely important update on the channel. Possibly the ARAI Tour-X 5 helmet is one of the top 3 moto trail or dual purpose helmets out there in the market. Hey, why? For a variety of reasons, but primarily because of the quality of the materials and the philosophy of the Japanese brand behind it. Hey fam, what's the scoop on the previous generation? Get comfortable, get comfy, because you're about to find out in this video. Well, this new ARAI Tour-X 5 helmet has a lot of new features compared to the previous generation, but it still keeps the essence of its purpose, which is to be a perfect trail helmet for mixed use, getting off every now and then. And all of this is important with the new 2206 certification, the strictest certification to date. The first thing we notice on the exterior is that this helmet has been redesigned. Now it's less angular and more rounded, and it continues to embrace the R75 philosophy, which means the outer shell has a 75-degree angle, minimizes the friction in case of impact. It's an ARAI's historical philosophy. The material of the outer shell also doesn't change. Like all ARAI helmets, this Tour-X 5 is made of a fiber composite, the same as the previous generation, one of the best and with great impact resistance. You don't need too much inventiveness here. One of the big novelties for sure you've noticed is the screen compared to the previous generation. It's a VS screen, typical ARAI, but it wasn't in the previous generation trail model. The really important thing is that this screen offers a much wider angle, a viewing angle than the previous one, and it makes it easier to install the anti-glare film, which by the way is obviously included in the box. Also, the mechanism has been redesigned. It's way more compact. It makes it easier to remove both the screen on one hand and the visor, which we'll talk about later. There will be availability of iridium smoked screens, which are sold, as always, separately. On the other hand, as mentioned before, the visor of this Tour-X 5 helmet is also new compared to the previous generation. It's a visor, well, as I say, renewed, that allows much more airflow, especially to avoid the dreaded sail effect when you lift your head. There is additional space between the shell and the visor. This is significant, and all the airflow is conducted from the top of the shell, which is the major innovation, the air intake that we locate below the ARAI logo, an air intake that we already discovered in the brand's sport touring, the ARAI Quantic model. Well, since we mentioned it, the ventilation system has also been completely redesigned, not only with the top entrance, but also with other modifications. We cannot find the 2 tickets we had at the top anymore. Now we only find one because, as we state, the majority of the airflow comes through the main one. Similarly, the rear extractors have also been modified as they have been consolidated into a much larger extraction located beneath the rear spoiler for improved aerodynamics. That is correct. It still possesses the air intake in the chin guard that can be adjusted in multiple positions. In other words, this Tour-X 5 has more airflow than the previous generation, and with this new visor, it avoids the dreaded sail effect. Well, more features that we also want, as always, to point out that you should keep in mind. We can remove the visor and the screen, put on some off-road glasses, have a total look. The interiors are cool, dry. They continue to be the best on the market. They are comfortable, allow great support, can be removed for washing, and all this with the brand's emergency extraction system. Lastly, we mustn't forget that it also possesses a dual villa closure. The most secure one in the market and the only one we can find in ARAI helmets. Well, let's do a little summary of everything we've explained in this review. This ARAI Tour-X 5 family, without a doubt, is one of the best motorcycle helmets in its segment, if not the best. A top-of-the-line helmet, the best you can buy, and with which you will definitely hit the mark, my friend. You will have a helmet for years with this ARAI philosophy. Obviously, it is available in several different color combinations, some really cool ones, Well, please let us know if you're a user from the previous generation. If you're an ARAI user, kindly share your thoughts about this helmet in the comments section below. Furthermore, it's important for us to provide you with a link in the first comment, which contains the updated price and availability of this interesting helmet. Feel free to check it out if you're interested. Lastly, if you enjoyed this video, we would greatly appreciate it if you could leave us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your support helps the motorcar community grow day by day. Thank you, and until next time, ride safe and stay tuned for more exciting content.